everybody, Jill here. Welcome to Keto Living Over 50. It's been a very long time since I posted anything on this channel about my keto living and all of that, because I actually had decided to just sort of stop doing this channel because I have another channel that I do called Jill and Beauty Therapy. That's a beauty channel for women over 50, and I cover all things beauty, including helper hair. So anyway, it just was a little much. It was a lot for me to handle two channels. So I decided to just give updates. I do gab sessions over at my other channel, and every now and then I'll give an update as to how I'm doing. But I decided to check out my channel over here, and I was completely flabbergasted about how many subscribers I got all of a sudden. Well, I don't know if it was all of a sudden, but yeah, I realized, my goodness, this is wonderful, and was reading comments, and several people were wondering where I was and hope that I was doing well, and please give an update how the weight loss is going and the whole keto journey. So I became just sort of inspired, and I've decided that, you know what, I am going to go ahead and continue on posting on this channel. I'm not sure how often. I'm going to hope for at least once a week. So if you've subscribed and you got this notification and you decided to watch, thank you for hanging in there and being patient with me. It took me a while to come around, but really excited to post some more videos here. I should do sort of a catch up, really, since there's been so much time that's gone by between videos here. Today, though, we're going to be talking mostly about meal prepping. I got inspired myself by watching another keto gal here on YouTube. She's my absolute favorite go-to for inspiration, even though she's in her early 30s and I'm going to be 55. It doesn't matter. Inspiration comes in all ages, and I love her channel. One of the few that I look forward to getting those notifications, get really excited that she's posted another one. And I just have been watching her from the very beginning of my journey, which just started in the very end of last December of 2019. So here it is, mid-August, still doing good, have not bumped off the rails yet or anything like that. I've been stuck at a plateau for a couple months, just sort of teetering between 2-ish pounds here and there. I can't seem to break through and get under 148. For instance, this morning, I was 148.8. I think the lowest I've been was 148.2, but then I don't weigh myself every day, which I have to struggle. It's a struggle. I really can get a little bit obsessed with that. So I have been trying not to do that. But yeah, I teeter to, and then I'll go up to 150 again, and then I'll stay there for a day or two, and then I'll see myself coming down to 149 point whatever, and I cannot seem to get down under 148 for the last couple months. I do that though. I bounce around a couple pounds, down, up, down, up, down, up, no matter where I am. And then all of a sudden it'll slowly get down, and then it'll hold there, and then it'll go down, up, down. So, so I tell you what, trying to lose weight when you're in your mid 50s is really difficult. I have talked about how you have to really place your inspiration and focus on the big picture rather than just what that scale says. If you're like me, and that scale goes down very, very slowly. So I tell myself, a year from now, I'm going to be a year older regardless of what I'm doing. I want to still be maintaining this lifestyle, and no matter what the scale is telling me, I know I'm eating better. I know what I'm doing is helping my body. And so that keeps me on the track. Time's going by no matter what. I might as well make good choices and let my body figure out what it wants to do. She had committed in 2018, I believe, to lose 100 pounds. She was hoping to do it in a year. It ended up taking her 2 years. And she just reached her goal just, I think, a few months ago, just a couple months ago. So congratulations to her. That is just a tremendous, it's just huge right there. I mean, that really is inspiring. But I think what I find more inspiring even is her tenacity. She never ever gives up. She may fall off a little bit on and, you know, lose her focus along her journey, but she always gets it back. And she needed to change kind of what her motivation, her personal motivation was. She had to kind of change that up a little, a lot actually, and good for her. And it helped her to get that weight she had gained back off again, and she's doing better than ever now. I mean, she is such an inspiration. So I love that she's a real person. Of course, we all are, but I think sometimes people get caught up in what they want to represent themselves as when they have a YouTube channel. So I completely respect that she shows it all, good, bad, when she falls off, how she's feeling. She's very raw and real. And I just really appreciate her channel because it really does help me. It motivates me and inspires me. So check her out. I don't care how old you are. Again, inspiration, motivation comes in just all different forms. So recently, she's really motivated me in really getting better at meal prepping. You know, I just sort of fly by the seat of my pants for the most part. Sometimes I'll do better and I'll actually have maybe 3 or 4 dinners in my head and I'll buy what I need for that and do that. But I get so frustrated with what am I going to have? And then I tend to have the same things all the time because I just don't want to think about it and I'm hungry. But that can get boring and that's not good either. So I have been really seeking some motivation to get better at that. So I love that hers are very simple. That's how I like to hang out here in my keto living, is simplicity. It's really important and it's key for me is to keep things simple. So I love that. It's like you got your proteins, you cook up a few vegetables, you can season it however you're feeling and throw it in you can do individual sort of portion type things and stick them in your fridge or freezer or just one big batch. So there for a while I was doing sort of an intermittent fasting where I wouldn't eat anything until around 2 o'clock after I had my collagen coffee. But lately I have been legitimately hungry and I just sort of like to listen to my body. It's like, okay, I did that for a long time and it just felt natural. And now my body is like wanting to eat more earlier on, and then it sort of starts, it's like sometimes when dinner's here, I'm not in the mood and I don't eat a regular big dinner. So it just, I don't know. I just sort of go with the flow. All right, so I'm just really excited to be back here in this channel and posting for you guys. So before we get going here with the meal prep, I wanted to share with you a couple things I recently purchased. I got them from Amazon. I'll put the links down in the description box if it's something that you may have already be doing this, but I cannot believe I've gone this long without a salad spinner. I have never had one and I've always wanted one. It's so frustrating with produce, specifically lettuce. It goes bad so fast and I absolutely never have it in the house because I don't go to the store often at all. I do all of my grocery shopping, I would say 96% I do online through Amazon, through Whole Foods. I will also order off of Costco. Through Instacart, I will get bulk items through Costco. And one of the things that I just recently got was their big pack of their romaine lettuce. There's like 6 of them in there, I think. I think there's 6. Well, that's gonna go bad long before we can eat that. So I'm going to try doing a salad spinner, and I got a container that will hopefully also increase the longevity. So here is the salad spinner that I purchased. This is a Cuisinart. And it's a good size. I can do 2 of those sort of big romaine lettuce. I trim it, I cut them up first and then I spin them, I wash them first. You wash it through here, you put the water, you wash it off, and then you spin it, like this. And you spin it until all that water comes out, and then you can go ahead and dump the water out. So I did 3 of them and I stored it in here. So here's this little doodad that I got, and I'm really hoping this is going to help. I haven't had it long enough to let you know. This is the first batch I did, and again, I did this 3 of them, 3 of those Costco romaine lettuce. and spun it. And now so far they're very dry and they're very crispy. So far it's good. It's been in there for probably, what is today, Monday? Well, I did it on Saturday. Saturday morning is when I cut everything up and did all of that. And honestly, if I would have, it would already be going bad by now. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the climate here or what, but produce just does not last very long at all. And I know I'm probably not the best when it comes to storing everything properly. But the other really cool thing about this is here on the front, it tells you if there's a little sort of drip, like raindrop before the name of the whatever you're storing here that they have on here, it means you have to add a quarter of a cup of water to the bottom of this. So you put that in first and then go ahead and store what you're going to have in there. So I do have a quarter cup of water in here, and this end, this part seals that in, so it's not gonna, you know, accidentally come off, and it seals very nicely. And then it has one of these that you can either shut and not get any air through or open. And so you just kind of look, and on this side, these are just examples of things that they showed you that you want to remain open, and this is closed. So lettuce is on this side. Lettuce also has a little raindrop there. So I added a quarter cup of water, and I keep this open and make sure this is sealed really well. So I hope, and I want to say so far I have seen a change in just a few days. All right, so those are the things that I wanted to show you real quick. All right, let's get going on what we're going to be making today. So I'm gonna wrap this up for today. I just grabbed my phone here on the selfie stick rather than bring out my really nice camera with the light. So lighting isn't so hot right now. But yeah, I think this is what I do is I have a plan in my head, and then in reality, I can't kind of finish it like I planned, but that's okay. I'm just gonna break my meal prep up into 2 days for the week rather than 1. I have a lot of cleanup to do, so that's gonna have to be the rest of the half of the plan, is just clean up today. Oh well. But tonight we're gonna have those steaks. Oh, those sauteed onions are so good. And don't be afraid to cook with butter. Oh my goodness, especially when you're frying up steaks. Get yourself a cast iron skillet because it makes all the difference in the world. I am not gonna treat that cast iron quite yet. I'm hoping that I'll just go ahead and fry up those zucchini, the yellow squash that I planned on doing for the side for the steak tonight for dinner. So maybe I'll go ahead and do that before I start cleaning up, because I want to utilize all of that yummy butter, all of that cooked through that whole process, and it will permeate into the zucchini and the yellow squash and be really good. So I think I'll go ahead and do that and put that away as well, and I'll have dinner done for tonight. I won't have to worry about it later on. So again, do what you can do. Don't beat yourself up. If you're like me, you know, you got issues that kind of slow you down a little bit, but it's all right. We'll get it done. It'll take us just a little longer, and we just have to be okay with that. So, dang it. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna let you go for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.